So anyway, guys, when I was out today, I found something. I was going to go to the hobby shop and look for something. I wanted to, well, here, I'll kind of revamp. Hold on. And let me get this. Alright, what I was thinking of doing was, and I put that little air compressor box together, which we're going to see if it works sooner or later. It's done. But I did take it apart again today. These are the quick disconnects. And it comes with one of these. Well, that's really not one, but it comes with something like that. Where the hell is it? That's why I did it the way I wanted to do it. Oh, here we are. This plugs in there, so if you want to take it off, just like a larger one that you would use on an air tool. Well, I have some of them on some of my airbrushes, but they're heavy, they're clunky, they get caught. I mean, they're just too big. So I wanted to put these on there. So I bought these. You get a couple of these and a bunch of these. So I originally wanted this one on the little case or cover or cabinet, whatever you want to call the darn thing, so that I can take these and put them on the end of each air gun and just plug it in when I want to use it, unplug it, plug in the other one. Because sometimes when you're doing anything with an airbrush, you may have one or two different colors you're working with, so it's nice to just be able to plug in, plug out type of thing. Well, in order to do that, because all the air guns have the same size fitting as this, so there's no way to get this on there. So I would have to buy some barrel connectors. Now I had a couple of the I think they're 76 connectors. They're made for the cable TV. So I had a couple of barrels, and I screwed it into one, and it fit okay. I screwed it into the other. However, it won't fit right because it has an inner sleeve, so to speak, and it has to fit over that. So when I looked at the ones that do fit, it has a cutout to where it slides over that inner sleeve and locks up inside so that it gives you an airtight fit. Well, that wasn't going to work. It fits this, it didn't fit that. So what I had done was I found a couple of more of those connectors, those barrel connectors, but a little bit different on the ends. So when you screw them in, they kind of countersunk a little bit, which was nice. So I grabbed a couple of those, and I put, wherever I put the box, oh, it's over there. I took this off, and I put one of those in with the other connector on it. So now, all I got to do is screw these into the bottom of each one of these little air guns, or air brushes, and plug it in. And this is coming out of the other side. So I just kind of reversed everything. And it seems like it's going to work. So it's over there. I'm waiting for the case to dry because I just gave it a quick coat. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to use that rubber stuff, because I want to try to deaden the sound a little bit. But we know how that's working. So that's kind of where I'm at. So that was kind of a catch up on that. So what I want to do is once that dries, which I thought it would have been by now, but it's just sticky, hot, humid. It's not bad in here. I got both airs going on right now, however. And this one here stopped making all that crazy noise. So I'm thinking it could have been a water buildup and it was just the water hitting, which it needs water. I explained that to you once before, but I think there might have been too much in there because it was spitting it out of the fan. So I haven't used it in a while, so now it seems to be working good again. At first I thought it might have been a weed or something growing into the backside and hit the fan, but it wasn't. But it's really hot and sticky. We're talking 90s, high 90s for the next few days, which means today is hot and sticky. Tomorrow it's probably going to be hotter and stickier. So I didn't come out here to do anything. When I came back from the coffee meet today, I said, you know what, I'm not going to be doing much out here, so I'm not going to bother changing. And at that point, I'll just go in there later. The wife just went to the store to get ice cream for the boys. Has to be Breyers, vanilla, lactose free, or whatever. And when she gets back, I'll probably go in and have lunch or something and just chill on the couch and try to answer some of the comments that you guys been dropping on me, which I appreciate. Sometimes I get so tied up in watching your videos that I don't think about commenting or replying to the comments that you put on my videos. So it's not that I don't appreciate it, it's just that sometimes I fall asleep with the mouse in my hand. I fall asleep with the remote in my hand. You know, I wake up with the TV either on full volume and the wife is saying, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. Or it's going flip, 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 flip through all the channels. So, yeah. But at that point, I started going through some of those last night. So, what's going on today? Well, you know what? I had coffee all morning, and I feel like a cup of coffee, but I'm not going to have it. I'm going to have a sip of water. Wait a minute, there was something I needed to do. Oh shit, what was it? Right there. This is a power supply. It's veritable, 12 volts up to, I don't know, I think it goes up to like 16 or something. It's got a veritable pot, or you go by whatever jumper you want to put it on. So I have it on 12 volts right now. This is a plug that goes to the Icom radio, which, not the Icom, the QTY or the QYT or one of those Japanese things. Chinese. This is what they call a relay, transistor, electronic, you know, everybody calls it something different. But meanwhile, this is a heavy, somewhat heavy duty supply, supposedly. This is a 36 amp. Now, that's not the rating, that's what it says. It looks like it's 30 amp continuous. This is a 30 amp continuous. It weighs maybe 1.5 pounds. Maybe. I'll give it 2 pounds. How's that? The one I have over there, the Antron, well, you can look them up on the internet. An Antron, 35 amp. It weighs about 45 pounds, and it's like that big because it has a transformer in it. And those are the ones I'm used to. Those are the ones I'm leaned on. Those are the ones that I like. Now they do run a little hotter, you know, so these here don't run quite as hot. But I feel that those will take a whole lot more abuse than these will. But for light stuff, like the radio that I was using on this thing, just that by itself, this is fine. What I'm thinking of doing though is possibly, I got to check it, possibly use it on the pump that I put out there on the oil tank, which I want to go out and get that adjusted, everything tightened up, make sure it's all working. I think it's all done, but I want to make sure the blade, the impeller, it has an adjustment screw on it, so I got to bring that in a little bit, because that also helps with the flow. If it's not tight enough, if it's not bringing in that plate, it's going to spin and it's just not going to catch anything. So it kind of needs an adjustment on that. So I got to do that. But right now I do have a battery out there on it with a 1.5 amp 13 volt trickle charger. So alright, I got to get my my fluke. I've been good with the fluke. I can't find that other meter. I don't know where the hell it is. You know what? If I had it in the truck underneath the hood where I put things if I'm working, it's like a little closed-in shelf. I mean, you know, there's no top on it, but when the hood goes down, it's real close. But it's about yay deep, yay long, yay this way. So if this meter was in there or this was in there, it would, if anything, it would just slide back and forth, but there's no way that it would fall out. So I don't know where the hell that other meter is. I mean, it really is driving me nuts. Come on, do what you gotta do. There you go. Now you don't want to work? Am I having problems here? Go right to this. Could be just a bad connection. Or do I have a bad battery? That's a possibility. Let's check the AC side. Hello! Turn the switch on. I forgot I put a switch in mine. Duh! There we are. 16.3. Put that back down. Yeah, I forgot that I put this cable on because this is the AC side and it's usually coming in off your computer or something where the power cord comes in. It'll usually go onto a switch in between that. I added this cable to it because I was using this in the house. So I wanted it to be where I can just plug it in and turn off the power supply. I don't want the power supply running 24/7 if I'm not using it. So that's that. Alright, now this, I don't know if I'm going to use this again or not. So I got to decide. No, I'm going to shut this off. And I'm going to cut this plug off for now. Okay. So we know this is ready to go. And as you can see, I cut them off so they're not even. Just me. Doesn't say if it's right or wrong. Everybody has their own way of doing things. That's like when it comes to put wires together. I mean, you wouldn't want to put two of these together, but if you're going to put two wires together, you can just do it this way and wrap them together in different directions. So it's like that. So by the time you're done putting the heat shrink on it, or soldering and heat shrinking or whatever, it's about the same size as the outer part of the wire. Some people just do this, all right, which is kind of, yeah, it works, but yeah, you know. And then some people will take it and do like I was just showing you, but they take it one more step. Now, if you're going to solder it, I guess it's okay, but for the most part, if you're not going to solder it, it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm trying to get these. But what they basically do is they take the wires before they, roll them up, and they put them together so they intertwine with one another, and then they twist them. Right now, the problem with that is they come apart if you're not going to solder them. The other way, this way, they kind of act like Chinese fingers. So they're a little bit hard. They'll come apart if you pull, but it's a little bit harder. See what I mean? Alright. Now I got the fluke here. Where did I get the other one? I don't know. I don't know.